Hola mi gente, let me show you how I make my chicken enchiladas. Alright mi gente, so we're gonna start by cooking some boneless chicken thighs. I have some water heating up, but I'm just gonna start to add my chicken to it, along with half of our Spanish onions, some garlic cloves, bay leaves, chicken bouillon, salt, and pepper. Now you're just gonna cook your chicken until it cooks all the way through. Alright, mi gente, so we're gonna make our own enchilada sauce. So you're gonna need 3 chiles guajillos. You're gonna remove the seeds, and then we have to hydrate them. So you're gonna put it in a pot with some water. Allow that water to come to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, you're gonna turn off the heat and then cover the pot. Allow the chiles to get nice and soft. So at this point, my chicken is fully cooked. So I'm just gonna remove it from my pot and let it cool down until I can shred it up. So to finish some enchilada sauce in a blender, you're going to add the half of the onion we used to cook the chicken, along with some garlic cloves, tomato paste. I'm also going to use a chipotle and adobo. Start with one because they're spicy. And then I'm going to add my chiles along with some of the liquid. And then I'm going to season it all with some chicken bouillon, salt, pepper. You're going to blend everything together and then you're going to taste it and adjust it to your liking. So I forgot to add the oregano, so I'm going to add it now. And I added another chipotle and adobo to make it nice and spicier. You're going to blend everything together until you get this beautiful red sauce. So the next thing you're going to do in a pot, you're going to melt half a stick of butter. After that, you're going to add 3 tablespoons of flour, and then you're just going to cook your flour for about 2 minutes. So once my flour cooked a little bit, I'm going to start to whisk that delicious sauce we just made in a blender. Now, after your sauce starts to bubble up, you're going to add some chili powder. Mi gente, make sure you keep stirring as you go because you don't want nothing to stick to the bottom of your pot. So once you add your chili powder, you're going to let it cook for about a minute, and then you're going to add some chicken broth. So I just added the chicken broth to the blender so I can get any residues of that first sauce we just made. So you're going to season it up with some cumin, garlic powder, onion powder, and just a little bit of salt. Now you're going to mix everything together, and then you're just going to cook your sauce for about 5 minutes until it thickens up. So I'm just going to take this time to shred up my chicken, or you can just cut it into pieces. So after about 5 minutes, my sauce has thickened up and it's perfect. So now we're going to do the filling for our enchiladas. So I'm going to heat up my skillet on medium-high heat. I'm going to add some oil, get that nice and hot, and then you're going to start to saute some jalapeños and onions. Now you're just going to saute them for about 4 to 5 minutes. So once you see your onions are translucent and you start to smell the jalapenos, you're going to start to add 1 can of clean black beans along with your chicken. Now you're going to season it up with some chili powder, garlic powder, some cumin, the juice of 1 lime, and I'm also going to add some of the enchilada sauce. I'm going to give everything a mix, and when everything is well combined and it looks delicious like this, I'm just going to break down some cilantro right on top, and our filling for our enchilada is done. Make sure you taste it and adjust it to your liking. Alright guys, so now we're going to get our tortillas ready. So in a skillet with enough oil, you're going to start to fry your corn tortillas. Now I'm using corn, you can use flour if you want. So you're just going to cook your tortillas literally for about 3 seconds per size. When you see that it starts to bubble up and blister just like this, you're going to turn and allow the other sides to cook for a couple of seconds, and then that's it. You're going to remove it from the pot and just let it cool down. Alright guys, so now for the fun part, we're going to make our enchiladas. So you're going to grab your baking dish, add enough of the sauce on the bottom of it, make sure everything is well covered, and then have your filling and your cheese ready. I'm using mozzarella cheese, you can use any cheese you like. You're going to grab a couple of tablespoons of that filling, you're going to add it to your tortilla, and then you're going to top it off with your cheese. Now you're going to roll your tortilla as tight as you can, and then you're going to put it in your baking dish. So once you have your enchiladas ready, you're going to add some of that delicious sauce on top. And remember, we made this enchilada sauce, guys, and it's so, so delicious. After adding your sauce, you're going to top it over your Mexican cheese. And I have some leftover mozzarella cheese. I'm just going to put it on the top. And now you can bake it at a 365-degree oven for about 15 to 20 minutes until they look like this. And mi gente, oh my God, these enchiladas came out so good. They're so easy to make. You have leftover for the next day, and I promise you they are going to be so good. This enchilada came out cheesy, delicious, and just perfect. Thank you for watching.